Okay. We'll call this meeting to order.
All rise. Oh, yes, this County Commission meeting of Sumner County is now open pursuant to adjournment. God bless this country and this honorable commission. Mr. Chairman.
I'll start off with an apology for my attire. I left early voting, and I was close on time, and I was too cold to go home. So this is also a sign to remind everyone that we have a Preds playoff game in a couple hours, and so we have a window to make sure we thoroughly discuss the people's business, but we do want to have time to get home for the Preds game.
Mr. Chairman, how many times did you vote today?
They only let me vote once, Mr. Graves. Also, let me say, I don't see Bishop Clark here, so I'll offer our prayer tonight. But let me offer a couple things. First and foremost, I received news today that former Commissioner Jerry Stone has entered hospice care, and so we want to remember Commissioner Stone and his family in our prayers tonight. And the bishop is walking in right now, so we will remember him. Also, I have a letter saying that the Connie Foster Good Chenoweth Memorial Contribution says, "Dear Sumner County Commissioners and County Executive, we've received the generous $100 donation which you have sent us in memory of such a lovely lady, and we would like to express our thanks. We really appreciate your donation sent, and rest assured it will be put to good cause at our church. This token of your gratitude mirrors the wonderful lady which it memorializes. Connie was greatly admired in this small community and loved by all who got the pleasure to know her. We are glad that you've chosen to help our church, and we're very thankful to you and our other donors on Connie's behalf that had the same feelings about her as you. With your help and others like you, we are certain to be able to accomplish more great things this month within our church in memory of such a well-respected lady. Again, we sincerely thank you for the donation which you've made in the memory of Connie Foster Good Chenoweth. Sincerely, Randy Miller, Treasurer, Elder, and Trustee for First Presbyterian Church of Mullins, West Virginia." So we want to continue to remember Commissioner Good and his family in our prayers on the passing of his mother. We want to remember former Commissioner Jerry Stone. Yes, and also Miss Dennon's mother, Leah Dennon's mother, passed away this weekend, and she has traveled home to be with her family, and so we want to remember them as well. Tonight we have Bishop Michael Clark of Flames of Fire Institutional International of Gallatin, Tennessee and Glasgow, Kentucky. Bishop Clark was born in Brooklyn, New York and moved to Gallatin in 1980, and beginning with the First Baptist Church on Winchester Street, ministered in several churches and reached out to thousands through television programs. He was licensed as a bishop in 2010, and today Bishop Clark ministers to many not only in church buildings but also in the jailhouses in Tennessee and Kentucky. Bishop Clark, it's an honor to have you with us tonight. Thank you.
If you would, let us bow our heads in a word of prayer. Most gracious Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for this another day. This is a day that you have made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. We thank you for your people that are here up under the sound of my voice, dear Lord. The word of God says, any lack wisdom, let him ask, and you'll give it to us liberally, upbraideth not. We ask that all of your government officials, dear Lord God, would be graced with wisdom from on high. Matter of fact, as Solomon prayed and talked to the Lord and asked him for understanding and a spirit of knowledge for his people, we ask that you would give us that also on this day. We're grateful for this United States of America, for this county of Sumner County and Gallatin. All that will, I ask if you know the Lord's Prayer to pray it with me. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From yours is the kingdom, the power, and glory, forever. Amen.
Please join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's check our roll.
open. Each commissioner, please record your presence.
We are missing.
We show 22 members present. Mr. Chairman,
We should have, Mr. Hinton's here.
Mr. Hinton did not get, we'll show Mr. Hinton as being present. So 23 members present, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Taylor, did you want to say something? Yeah, I have an announcement. Okay.
He needs to.
Can you push your microphone?
The message on the way down here this afternoon that House Bill 1782 passed the floor unanimously and will move on through the process.
Okay.
That's the emission testing
Mission testing, okay.
bill that we sent support for.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Commissioner Taylor. All right, you've got your regular and consent agenda. Just one big change tonight. We're going to bump 1804-08 to May. Mr. Drayton couldn't be with us tonight. We're going to wait for that till next month. So if you'll cross 1804-08 off your list. Is there a motion to approve our agenda? Motion made by Commissioner Good. Is there a second? Commissioner Kruger? All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Your minutes are in your packet. I'll wait for a motion. Motion made by Commissioner Motaylor, seconded by Commissioner Akins. Commissioner Akins, good to have you back with us. Hope you're feeling better tonight. Good, good. Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Do we have anyone that signed up to speak tonight on an agenda item?
Anyone wish to sign up that has not already?
That was for both minutes, March 19th and April 3rd. Thank you, Ms. Weatherford. That's for, let's see. Okay, so that's for one of the rezonings. Ms. Scott, you did mean to speak on one of the rezonings? Okay, did you wish to speak on an item on the agenda? Oh, that's fine. You can come. We just have 3 different public comments tonight, one for something on the agenda or 2 rezonings. You can come on. Yes, ma'am. If you can state your name and address and you have 5 minutes.
Amy Scott, 1308 Liberty Lane, Gallatin, Tennessee. I'm here tonight. I was here a few weeks ago on the special meeting to fund more SRO officers. And I emailed everyone and said that I would be back, and I am. I even got a T-shirt this time for my action as a mom that I demand here. So you funded 5 of 20. And I'm here asking again for more budgeting to go ahead and fund the remaining SRO officers. My child's school does not have one that they have themselves. And I did a little bit of numbers research, which I emailed to you all as well. So her school's about 5 minutes from the closest one. So you got the number 5 there. Much was made, which to a great success of the 9 minutes that the incident at Gallatin High School was successfully de-escalated and no one was injured. I'll also remind you that in Parkland, 17 people were killed in 6 minutes. 5 of 20 is the fraction of which you funded. And about 5 of, I believe, 23 members were the responses in email that I got. So thank you for all that responded to me. I'm urging you again to make it a top priority to fund the rest of those so that all of our schools can be protected by an SRO. It's a timely manner, so time is another number and lives are another. Those two numbers as opposed to money you can't get back. You can't borrow time, you can't get lives back. So as our mayor of Gallatin mentioned today when she was talking about budgeting tomorrow, the safety and lives of our citizens are of top priority. I urge you to show that you agree with her and make that top priority. So thank you very much for letting me say something. I don't take that for granted. I'm very grateful for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. All right, your Veteran Service Report is on your desk. We have our Healthier Tennessee designation. Mr. Hendricks, did you want to speak about that? Without objection, we'll suspend the rules and let Mr. Hendricks speak.
All righty. On March 27th, Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam and the Governor's Foundation for Health and Wellness awarded Sumner County the designation of a Healthier Tennessee community. Sumner County is now just one of 59 communities in the state to have received this honor. To be designated, the communities must develop sustainable county-wide events and activities that support physical activity, healthy eating, and tobacco abstinence. They must then track and measure the outputs and accomplishments of the programs. The community events and programs that most likely you'll recognize are the Walk Across Summer campaign, the Get Healthy Summer community walks with the mayors, the No Smoking Young Lungs at Play signage, and Rethink Your Drinks initiative in schools across the county. The Foundation's Tennessee initiative strives to increase the number of Tennesseans who are physically active for at least 30 minutes 5 times a week, promote a healthy diet, and reduce the number of Tennesseans who use tobacco. Tonight, I'm proud to announce that we are one of just 59 communities across the state. And the second thing I want to do, I want to recognize these ladies next to me, Kimberly Bonds and Beth Gray, dedicated county employees who, without their work, we could never have gotten this recognition. This is a big milestone for us at the Health Department and within the Department of Health to accomplish, and I'm just proud of us, what we've done in this county. Appreciate it.
All right, at this time I'm going to yield the floor to Ms. Leslie Shell.
I'm going to ask that Mr. Collins and his wife and Mr. Lance Taylor, and also I think we have a couple school board members, if they want to come up, and anybody else that wants to come up with Mr. Collins is welcome to. All right, this is a resolution that is honoring Mr. David Collins. Whereas Mr. David Collins served Sumner County Schools for 45 years as a teacher and left an indelible mark on public education by being a leader, mentor, motivator, and inspiration to countless lives that he touched. And whereas Mr. Collins challenged his students to achieve their maximum potential by establishing numerous programs and classes, including the Chicken Coop, the Vegetable Garden, Union STEM's Greenhouse, On-Campus Nature Trail, Rain Garden, on and off-campus butterfly gardens, and thanks to his diligent and dedicated work, fresh vegetables and more than 5,000 eggs have been donated to Gallatin Cares and the Sumner County Food Bank. Whereas Mr. Collins has over 7,800 school days of service and taught over 1,300 students since 1973, and as a result of his dedication and commitment to education, received many awards, including the 2012-13 Union Teacher of the Year, March 2018 Volunteer Star by Governor Haslam, and 2018 Life Changer of the Year Spirit Award. And whereas it is appropriate that Mr. Collins be recognized for the very significant contribution he has made to the teaching profession, where he led numerous students and teachers with compassion, guidance, and built a tradition of excellence. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Sumner County Board of County Commissioners, meeting in regular session on this, the 16th day of April, 2018, and this body express its gratitude for the service and dedication of Mr. David Collins, and I so moved.
Motion made by Commissioner Shell and seconded by Mr. Sullivan. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
It has been an honor to go since 1973, and I didn't intend to have this cut so short, you might say, with my illnesses and things that we're working on right now, but we're making good progress, I think. But to serve Gallatin and the Sumner County students, parents, and to work with excellent teachers. You know, teachers are our most valuable resource, and our kids are priceless. And if you look at every day, never looked at it as a job. It was my pleasure to come in and do extras. And I've encouraged those that are in college that have student taught under me to share their interest with the kids they have at school. It could be just knitting. It could be that they like to scrapbook or whatever, but when the kids see you involved and excited about sharing something with them, then they are more excited about coming to school. As I told them at the retirement extravaganza, and it was, dream big, be patient. It only took 40 years to get a $100,000 greenhouse on campus. Thank you very much.
We struck down a resolution to ask you to do 5 more years. All right, I'm going to yield the floor now to Commissioner Chris Taylor and Mr. Guthrie.
Rhonda, would y'all come up? Yeah.
We brought a crew.
Good.
Slow, you need to get on this side, make these two look better. Come on.
They won't bite.
All right, if we're ready. This is a resolution declaring April 8th through April 13th as National Public Safety Communications Week. Whereas public safety communicators, including call takers and dispatchers, work tirelessly behind the scenes to answer 911 calls, dispatch emergency service providers, and serve as a vital link between our community and fire, medical, and law enforcement agencies. And whereas a professional and distinguished group of public safety telecommunications provide the foundation for our local emergency response system, which supports life-saving services essential to the safety and well-being of our citizens and enhances the overall quality of life in our community. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the compassion, understanding, and professionalism of the men and women who staff our 911 center and are willing to make sacrifices, including working weekends, long shifts, and holidays. Now therefore be it resolved by the Sumner County Board of County Commissioners meeting in regular session on this 16th day of April 2018. This body does hereby declare that April 8th through April 14th is the National Public Safety Communications Week and expresses its appreciation to the professionals whose diligence and dedication help keep our citizens safe. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall be spread on the minutes of this body and the clerk to furnish a copy of resolution to Ms. Rhonda Lee on behalf of the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center. So I move.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Taylor, seconded by Commissioner Guthrie. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
I'm just going to talk really short, but thank you so much for everybody that's supported us. It hasn't been a year yet, but we're getting there, and we're working hard to make the sacrifice. And these guys, they make their sacrifice every day. They do. They work long hours. They work nights, holidays. They don't get to spend time with their family like a lot of employees do. So it's them. They are the employees that are making our center the best in Sumner County. So I'm going to thank them, but I appreciate y'all giving us this recognition for them. They do appreciate the people that aren't here. So. You want to say
Finally, everybody get over and take a picture real quick.
Oh, okay. Scooch in.
Get tight. We got to like each other. Right?
We're getting close here. Emergency.
There we go.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
See you.
Guthrie.
Appreciate it.
All right. I'm tempted to make her wait until after the notaries, but without objection, I'm going to let Ms. Joanne Kemp address the commission.
I want to thank first Chairman Langford. Appreciate that. As some of you know, some of you may not know, my family has been in search of property for a very, very, very long time. I've actually seen my real estate agent grow up over the time that I've looked for property, and we were able to very quickly find 60 acres, but it was just over the county line. And so I wish my timing could have been a little bit better, but I've had to resign my commission post before my end of my term. And for that, I apologize to my constituents because the seat will remain empty for at least a period of time. But I feel certain that the group of folks here will take good care of it in my absence. I'd like to say that I've been truly humbled to serve. I highly encourage it. I think, and I did step out of my comfort zone to do it, but I think if you have a talent and you think it would benefit your citizens in your community, I highly encourage people to step out of that comfort zone and do it. I would like to take an opportunity to especially thank Trish Lamarb and Paul for your mentorship. It's very hard. We all need good mentors in life, and they've been tremendous mentors. I would also like to thank the entire commission for the respect that you've shown over the years. I think we've done a great job of being good to each other, and I think that's very important in trying to do good works on behalf of the people that we represent. I would also like to thank people like Leah Denon and her staff, and Dave and his staff, because it's truly our county employees that come to work every day that make this county run very efficiently and effectively. And I think sometimes they don't get due grace for that. I would like to say that I wish everybody here the best. I know it's campaign season, and so that tends to bring out the worst in all of us. I would ask that everybody be good to each other and to remember in whose name we always serve. So Thank you.
Well, Ms. Kemp, let me just say on behalf of the body that I appreciate your work and your diligence and your willingness to inquire, to seek, to find out answers, and you really did a great credit to your district, and your service as a county commissioner can't be commended enough. So thank you. I'm still a little mad at you for bailing for Macon County, but I am very, very excited for your family. I know this is what y'all have dreamed of, and congratulations on that move. And, you know, don't be a stranger to Sumner County. We love you, and we're going to miss you. So thank you. All right, we're going to now have a public hearing. I'm going to ask Mr. Kemp to read the notice.
The Sumner County Commission will hold a public hearing on April 16, 2018 at 7 p.m. in the County Commission Chambers, County Administration Building. Robert C. Helson is requesting to have his property located on Flynn Road, Gallatin, Tennessee, rezoned from residential 1A to agriculture. A portion of the property is already zoned agricultural. Subject property is on tax map 103, parcel 11, contains 150.4 acres and is currently zoned residential 1A and agricultural. A copy of this notice is on file in the Sumner County Planning and Stormwater Department in the Sumner County Administration Building. Anyone having any interest or desiring to ask questions concerning this request is invited to attend the meeting.
We'll call the zoning meeting to order. There's no one that initially signed up to speak. Is there anyone who wishes to speak on the zoning hearing at 178 Flynn Road? Okay. Seeing no one wanting to speak, we'll move. Is there a motion to approve the resolution? Motion made by Commissioner Graves, seconded by Commissioner Gamenden. Yeah.
Resolution is on the board. Each commissioner, please record your vote.
Hey. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I missed it.
For 17 votes are entered. Anyone not voting wishing to vote? Anyone wishing to change your vote? We received 19 affirmative votes. Mr. Chairman, the resolution is approved.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kemp. I apologize, Mr. Vaughn. No, I mistimed that one. I apologize.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I don't think we voted.
Okay. Are you wanting to be shown as voting in favor? Okay. Mr. Kemp, we had Mr. Graves and Mr. Gamenden and Ms. Kruger.
What was the vote?
19 to 0.
0 to 0. Present and not voting were Kruger, Graves, Gamenden, and Hyde.
Okay, so all four voted yes.
That would be unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That passes unanimously. We'll go next to Mr. Kemp, if you don't mind reading the notice for 1625 Scotty Parker Road.
Sumner County Commission will hold a public hearing on April 16, 2018 at 7 p.m. in the County Commission Chambers, Sumner County Administration Building. Braden Madison Broadcasting LLC is requesting to have their property located at 1625 Scotty Parker Road, Gallatin, Tennessee, rezoned from residential 1A to C2 PUD. Subject property is on tax map 104 and parcel 4.01 contains 1 acre and is currently zoned residential 1A. A copy of this notice is on file in the Sumner County Planning and Stormwater Department in the Sumner County Administration Building. Anyone having any interest or desiring to ask questions concerning this request is invited to attend the meeting.
We'll call this meeting to order. No one signed up initially to speak. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak on this agenda item? We'll call the public session to close. Now, As we go through this, we'll take a motion in a second, and then we'll see if we have any discussion. We may want to hear from the commissioners in that district. Meeting's been called to close. Is there a motion to approve? Commissioner Pomeroy makes the motion. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Kruger. Mr. Hinton.
Do we have a report of the committee that's come through?
Do we have anyone from planning that could speak to this item? Mr. Gamenden. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my understanding, as we know, it is on Scotty Parker Road. It's like 1 acre. And I think the person, it's right before you get to, or real close to where WHIN used to be. And he has a metal building there that is used to possibly train police dogs or dogs for drug purposes. And it did pass the Planning Commission, as far as I remember, unanimously.
Okay. All right. Do any of the commissioners from that district wish to speak? Okay. I see no objections from the commissioners in the district. I see no one else in the queue. Let's vote.
We're ready, about to vote. The resolution is now on the board. Each commissioner, please record your vote. 23 votes are entered. Does anyone wish to change your vote? The resolution is unanimously approved.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kemp. We do have, Ms. Kemp has already spoken. There's a notice of the vacancy. Mr. Kemp, do you have that vacancy notice? I'll ask Mr. Kemp to read the notice of vacancy for the 7th Commission District.
Pursuant to Tennessee Code, Section 55111, I, the County Clerk Bill Kemp, do hereby give notice of a vacancy in the office of County Commissioner for the 7th Commission District, Sumner County, Tennessee. The vacancy was created by the resignation of Joanne Kemp, County Commissioner for the 7th Commission District. The position must be filled according to all applicable state statutes, rules, and regulations.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kemp. All right. Your consent agenda is before you. Is there a motion to approve our consent agenda? Motion made by Commissioner Good. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Sullivan. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Ms. Kruger, suspend the rules without objection. Ms. Kruger, did you want to make an announcement about what you found out this week from Hendersonville? If you can push your button. Is it not coming on? There it goes.
I'm trying to vote, sorry. We have had a situation in the 10th District with a 64-acre tract of land that the city of Hendersonville owns, has an old landfill and a detention pond on it. And that property is on the city/county line. The only houses that are in the nearby vicinity are in the county section, not in the city limits. But the property itself and the detention pond itself are owned within city limits and owned by the city of Hendersonville both. So I've been working for several months, close to a year probably, on trying to get some relief for the residents in the county there, because they're continuing to have flooding issues, horrible smells of sewage at dusk every day, some sludge that kind of comes through. It's pretty gross. But I've been working for a while. We met finally with the IDB board this past week, first time they have met in 14 months. And finally, they approved their minutes. When they approved their minutes, they had to review the fact that they also had to drain that detention pond 14 months ago for about $5,000. For the first time ever, though, we do have, IDB is willing to fund $22,500 of phase 1 of a plan that I had put together by an engineer and a construction company. And we will proceed there. From there, they're going to do that up to $22,500, and we'll have to proceed there to ask the city for some help for the remaining about $278,000 that needs to be done. We'll have a more clear-cut picture on that dollar figure once this whole first phase is done. But I just wanted to let you know, I know that the city has also mentioned possibly that the county could contribute and help out in taking care of this. I am not a proponent of that, as this is a city property and a city pond, and it has needed maintenance for over a decade, at least. It was put in 1991, and there are 30-foot trees in it. So it's needed some maintenance for quite some time, and so I'm thrilled to report that this is the biggest chunk of money we've seen put towards it ever, but it's still an uphill battle to get the remainder of it funded and for this not to end here.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to Ms. Kruger, we can now all say on the Sumner County Commission that we are actively draining swamps. I've been waiting since she told me, just for that line. Okay. All right, your county officials' reports are on your desk. We'll go now to our notaries public. Is there a motion to approve our notaries? Motion made by Commissioner Ring, seconded by Commissioner Aiken. Let's vote.
Notary applications on the board. Each commissioner, please record your vote. All 23 votes are entered. Does anyone wish to change your vote? It is unanimous, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Let's go to Committee on Committees. Ms. Lamar. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we did vote on the consent agenda. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Lamar. I'm sorry.
And it's, Steve Nelson has resigned, and the county executive's recommendation is for Colonel Richard Crawford, and I so move.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Lamarve, seconded by Commissioner Goode. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Ms. Lamarve.
The second one is the library board. Kenneth Cox has resigned, and the county executive recommendation is Jane Wheatcraft, and I so move.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Lamarve, seconded by Commissioner Goode. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Ms. Lamarve.
And the next ones I'd like to group and approve. That's James Ramsey. All of these are reappointments. James Ramsey, Michelle Haynes, Philip Bradshaw, and Jonathan Hayes, and that's for the Equalization Board. And I so move.
Okay. Motion made by Ms. Lamarve, seconded by Commissioner Goode. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
That's all. Next month, we'll be discussing the Solid Waste Board. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Lamarve. Education, Mr. Decker. Okay. Highway, Mr. Graves.
No report, Mr. Chairman.
General Ops, Ms. Shell.
No report, sir.
Okay. Emergency Services. No report, sir. Okay. Legislative.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Two things to point out. 1804-03, a resolution declining to raise the local option sales tax pursuant to the City of Portland's request. For those that remember, this is where the state law allows certain municipalities to also ask for a tax referendum. It's almost like paperwork. It has to come through the county body. We've always declined them to let each city decide if they want to do their own referendum, and that was unanimous, and I so move.
Okay. Motion made by Commissioner Goode. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lamarve. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Mr. Goode.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, just a clarification, so it is on the record, of 1804-02 on the 7th vacancy. It was discussed in detail in legislative of the process. You alluded to it per the law, Mr. Kemp, but what the law director, and she's not here tonight, so it may come up again next month, but it will be on the agendas for the following month in both Committee on Committees and legislative, and go through the same process we went through just a few months ago, where we got 120 days by law to do something about that. So just for clarification.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Goode. Financial Management, Mr. Becker. Okay. And Budget, Mr. Pomeroy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 1804-04, appropriating $43,123.72 for state inmate medical expenses reimbursement to the Sheriff's Office. I so move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pomeroy, seconded by Commissioner Vaughn. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Mr. Pomeroy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 1804-05, transferring $28,800 within the local capital projects fund for Venus Stewart Elementary School canopy. I so move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pomeroy, seconded by Commissioner Lamarve. See no discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Mr. Pomeroy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appropriating up to $10,951.50, $9,474.50 from the general fund unassigned fund balance for the fiscal year 2015 through fiscal year 2017, and $1,477 from general fund reserve for the fiscal year 2018 of the highway litter grant reimbursement to the office of the sheriff to purchase law enforcement and equipment. And I so move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pomeroy, seconded by Commissioner Foster. I see no discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 1804-07, appropriating $600,000 from the general fund unassigned fund balance for additional inmate medical services for the sheriff's office. And I so move.
Motion made by Commissioner Pomeroy, seconded by Commissioner Good. I see no discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We struck 1804-08. Mr. Drayton could not be here. Also would like to mention that the party starts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Anybody who wants to come and do the first day of the budget workshops, we will be meeting with all departments, probably go from 9 o'clock to around 3:30, and I believe we're here in the chambers. Okay. So I encourage everybody to come and participate in that. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I've got to try to give online testing again tomorrow, so I'm going to ask Mr. Pospisil to be my representative for that. Did you have a motion, Mr. Pospisil? We're adjourned.